Okay, well let's think about disclosure for a minute. I'm sorry if the sat nav's in the way, but I thought the view out of the windscreen might be better than the view of me today. So you know, you see these people. I think Steve Bassett's one of them. You know, 2015 is going to be the year of disclosure. Of course, it comes and goes. 2016 is going to be the year of disclosure, and it comes and goes. 2017 is going to be the year of disclosure, and 2017 is gone. Now 2018 has got to be the year of disclosure. Yeah, well, it's and now we find out, of course, that the Pentagon didn't release anything. The gun camera footage, the infrared gun camera footage from the F-18s, whatever they were was actually released by that guy as an individual. So it's got nothing whatsoever to do with official disclosure. I don't think there will ever be disclosure until there is no choice. You know, on the day that an alien spacecraft lands, you know, on the White House lawn, or you know, in a public area somewhere, and you've got all the media there, you know, for just like the science fiction films, when the little door opens and a ramp comes down and the little alien walks down the steps. Until that day, there will never be disclosure. Whilst they have a choice, if they can deny it, or they can say, well, yeah, okay, we're looking into it, it's an interesting phenomenon, and that's a word that they're very keen on using. They're trying to get away from the term UFO to unidentified aerial phenomena. Not that it makes any difference, we all know what they're talking about. It's an unidentified object that you know, you can track on radar, is seen by people, and exhibits operational capabilities beyond what we can do here. So that's what we're talking about. And because these things obviously are around, nobody knows what they are, and that's what they say. They say, we don't know that they're alien spacecraft. My personal opinion is, they may say, my personal opinion is, I don't think they're built here. I don't think anybody here is capable of building this device. And that's what they say. They can't say they're alien spacecraft because they don't know. And of course all the conspiracy theorists are jumping up and down saying, oh yeah, they know they're alien spacecraft. Well, you know, unless they've actually landed and they've communicated with an alien face to face, they don't know. They may very well suspect strongly that they're alien spacecraft, but they don't know. And what you've got to bear in mind is that a lot of this historical stuff that you get from these conspiracy theorists is, you know, Roswell is nonsense. There are no aliens no aliens being stored anywhere. There are no, there is no recovered wreckage from alien spacecraft anywhere. Although this latest thing suggests that, you know, Bigelow Aerospace might have some bits and pieces of these things, but I very much doubt that, to be perfectly honest. I would have to see that to believe it. And it looks like the sort of information trail on that has dried up. You know, there doesn't appear to be any more revelations with regard to, you know, pictures of anything that Bigelow might have. Personally, you know, Bigelow made his money with real estate. Real estate, as we all know, people involved in real estate make their money from bullshit. So, you know, I personally, I wouldn't trust a real estate guy or an ex-real estate guy as far as I could throw them. So I'd have to see that to believe it. So whilst there is a choice, whilst they have a choice, no alien spacecraft has landed anywhere, the crew hasn't been interviewed by CNN, you know, whilst that hasn't happened, you will never ever get disclosure. People talk about Clinton, you know, Hillary Clinton was going to disclose in her second term. That's an obvious vote buyer, isn't it? So all the people that are involved in the UFO phenomena are going to have to vote her in the first place, and they're going to have to vote her in for a second term. It's just, it's a con. It's ridiculous. Bill Clinton said the same thing. When he got in there, he said he did look, he got people to look, and he found nothing. So, you know, it's, I think there's an awful lot of stories out there that have got exaggerated out of all proportion. And you know, once you start looking into it, you find that there really isn't very much to this beyond the visual sightings, and you know, air traffic controllers saying they've seen them on radar, pilots see them, you might get some infrared gun camera footage, but I mean, even the thing from the F-18s, they said there was this big thing roiling under the water. It was like smoke coming up or steam coming up, and then this thing come up out of the water, and it demonstrated these really amazing capabilities. But supposing it was a Russian submarine, and supposing the Russians have got something that can, with some sort of exotic propulsion, and they were just trying it out to see if it could evade the F-18s. You just don't know. So you can't say that was definitely an alien. I mean, the pilot, you know, the pilot said that in his opinion he didn't think it was built here, but you know, he's a pilot. He drives aeroplanes. It's just his opinion. And the other thing too you got to bear in mind is that it happened 13 years ago, so it would have been a lot younger. Younger guys are probably a little bit more prone to exaggeration. I think I've said on a previous video, supposedly they've been tracking these things for 2 weeks. Well, you know, if you've got the most powerful military in the world and something is invading your airspace and it's demonstrating capabilities beyond what you think you can develop yourself, then why are you going to wait 2 weeks to go and see if you can get a look at it? That doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make sense. The whole story's a bit wobbly, I reckon. So, when it comes to UFO disclosure, forget all these disclosure clowns that you see on the internet, you know, Greer and you know, all these other bloody idiots. They're just clueless. They haven't got any more of a clue about it than you have. And in fact, they're prone to embellishment for cash. That is their living. You know, they make money out of all this disclosure rubbish. I mean, Greer's been saying he's going to disclose something for the last 20 years, and I haven't seen him disclose anything at all yet. So there we go. So as far as UFO disclosure goes, it will never ever happen. Just remember this, it will never ever happen whilst they have a choice. While it's always just a UFO, it's something in a gun camera, it's something on radar, it's something somebody's seen, something fighter planes have played with, they're never going to say it's an alien spacecraft. They may strongly suspect it is, but they're never ever going to say it is. The only way they'll ever disclose is when the aliens disclose themselves. It's as simple as that. So anybody out there waiting for disclosure, you're wasting your time. Just forget about it, and then one day it'll be on the news. But keep pushing and poking and pushing and poking, and you know, nothing's ever going to happen because none of them have anything to disclose. That is the boring truth of the matter. Nobody has any aliens. Nobody has any alien spacecraft. Nobody has any bits of alien spacecraft. It's all rubbish. Well, there you go. That's my 2 bobs worth on disclosure. I'll catch you next time.